What's up, beautiful people? So in my last video, I discussed my culture shock coming to the US from Cameroon. And I'll have you know there was culture shock going back to Cameroon for a visit for the first time in 11 years, back in 2012. School and work happened, in case you're wondering why it took me so long to go back and visit. Plane tickets to Cameroon are not cheap, and I was a broke student. Save your coin if you're trying to go there or anywhere in Africa. And when you do go to Cameroon, keep them coins in your bra, ladies, or in your socks. Anyway, the culture shock began at the Charles de Gaulle airport in Paris before we even landed in Cameroon. Everybody on that flight, yo. Different languages were being spoken, but it was predominantly French. And those speaking English had an accent. I might have been the only one on that plane with an American accent at this point. And then once I landed, going through customs, they actually open your luggage to search and make sure that you don't have anything undesirable hidden. Exiting the airport and then getting on our transportation, sensory overload. Sights, smells, sounds. Everybody and their brother was trying to help us with our luggage or help themselves to the money that they were convinced we had because we were coming from abroad. I felt like a tourist. Then once the jet lag had worn off and we began doing the things that we went there for, part of my brain half expected time to have stood still. But things had changed. The house that I grew up in wasn't there anymore. My grandparents on my dad's side, whom I grew up with, had long passed away. People I remember as young and fit now had gray hairs. Nature had taken its course, and yet it still was a bit of a reverse culture shock. Lots had changed, and yet some things hadn't. Some of the people in the neighborhood were still around, still doing the same thing. Second reverse culture shock, but not completely surprising, price gouging. The moment a vendor smells the America on you, and they can smell it, and I was dressed down, trying to blend in, something that originally cost 500 francs. That's the currency we use, francs. Suddenly, that item that was 500 francs becomes 3,000 francs. True story. In my case, I needed hot water to make tea at the hotel. And the guy at the counter told me it'll be 500 francs for some hot water. My mom had to come talk some sense into this guy for him to give me the water for free. I mean, my mom was paying for the hotel room. It wasn't as though we came off the street asking for water. The third thing that shocked me was the driving. New York and New Jersey cab drivers ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing on me. On Cameroonian cab drivers. Want to see crazy driving? Come to Cameroon. But that talent skipped right over me because I'm more of a cautious driver. But driving in Cameroon is the epitome of organized chaos. I felt slightly unsafe. Meanwhile, these are the same cabs my brother and I used to ride to school every morning or to church and around town because we didn't have a car. Well, we had one at some point, but it was only for like 4 months. Good times. And again, that's all I remember for now. Go ahead and give this video a like if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next week. Bye.